In the lane, that is to say. Like, nothing
The problem is
in the lane.
then a Maokai in the game.
Yeah.
So then you just get twistedly advanced.
He is going to have to find some crazy angles, which also means that they're probably going to have map control, which means
that
they can
cleanse back.
Yeah, it's a boots advantage for Peyz. That's really all he has with that back he got earlier. So,
yeah, nice little knock up here as Kellin in a little bit of trouble. Does have to flash to get himself out of the way as somehow that beat drop does nothing at all. Meanwhile, Oner is going to discover Raptor here in his jungle. The bird is moving down though. And Arcane Smash, there's that extra 10 damage, baby.
there you go.
And
I think he's dead.
He's going to look for it. There's a twisted advance and the Arcane Smash! It's called Bramble Smash now, ladies and gentlemen. It hasn't been Arcane Smash for a very long time, as now Faker is looking to try and get that kill back. Oh, Raptor gets the level up! And he's able to stay.
Atlas, this is a bit of a strong start here with the prio in these lanes. The Rise is winning too.
Oh, okay. There's the ulti from VicLa. Finds Faker here, and that's the solo bolo for VicLa! And he walks his way out. And in the meantime, the smite is going to go over to Oner. He does finally find level 6 as Twisted advances onto a clone. But BNK, man, they took that last game personally.
With that swap of the Rise into the top lane. And for VicLa as a player, it's always the aggressive picks you're excited about, right? It's the Yones, the Akalis, the Aris, right? He got the flash to get the egg earlier, and now he knows no egg.
Yep, and he already called it as well. Gets the knock-up, gets that perfect setup, and just knows. As meanwhile, we've got Clear in a bit of trouble here towards the top side of the map. Flashed, but that is not going to get him out of dodge. As now, the return on the bottom side, as there is the Nature's Grasp. The encore comes through, good flash from Peyz, goes right over the top, but the beat has been dropped. Still, Peyz survives with 100 health. The arrow going to connect the splash damage, not enough, and Keria blocks the volley. And the curtains are now getting called. Flash out there from Diable as Raptor gets the interrupt. And Diable, can you actually get any of the kills here as BNK looks to try and turn this around? If at first you don't succeed, try again. And there are no teleports to try and get under here. There's the high note, and that's the double kill for Kellin.
Raptor doesn't pick up aggro, he doesn't touch him, and he gets away. And more than the kills going over the
turret
Seraph.
shot, they got the reset, so it's not doing that massive amount of ramp damage. As now Clear and Doran continuing to fight. Slashing Maelstrom comes in here as Clear looking to escape and is going to be able to do so with that Realm Warp. As Doran still looks for it, it just finds the solo! Oh, that was a mistake there from the Rise. Meanwhile, we've got another team fight happening as the Nature is grasping one more time. And VicLa, oh, just barely out of range. VicLa does take a lot.
They need to make something happen here because they're going to lose their bottom turrets. They need a cross map. There's the TP from Keria. They are going to go for the dive.
Yeah, well, Clear doesn't have any minions to worry about, but the curtains have been called and the rest of T1 are here. Let's see whether the DDR is going to work.
Arrow coming.
As the slow comes on through, yes, the arrow is going to ascend. That does connect onto Keria. Fair bit of damage back, but Peyz is still able to lock that one down. And yeah, that is just a little bit of an overloading of the top side of the map there for T1. And Diable, in the meantime, just takes that first turret off the map. 3 daggers, he's full build. My goodness. Kraken Slayer done though, that's obviously the main thing. So this Ashe is very frightening. Ulti comes through here from VicLa, looking to try and grab another egg out of Faker. Gets the knock up from the Q as Raptor's moving over, not in range of the Twisted Advanced. But the Kitty Cat gets a little bit angry.
This is not a comfortable position for Faker, despite having his passive.
As well as it's Ocean and Chemtech, our first two. As out goes VicLa. Doran is pretty scary. Slicing Maelstrom comes through, but the rest of BNK are making their way over. That's a solo. And so BNK,
I'm not really doing anything skillful. I'm killing them. And Doran's just the punish guy today as we're going to see a fight.
Yeah, they're going to look for the angle here as the Encore does come on down. That is going to interrupt the engage, but Oner is already dead. Diable gets so much of his health back with that surround sound and a huge shield from his barrier as well. That's Clear locking down the kill onto Keria. The flash from Faker really wanting to take down Diable. But the Ashe is looking to try and kite. The beat drops, and he's down to the egg once again. Diable stands strong, and BNK find another team fight.
Find you a support who watches Diable like Kellin does.
Absolutely.
Hey, this guy has Echoes of Helia online here, and he's going to pick up a bunch of extra gold. Diable even picks up the kill.
Oh, man, look at his health bar. Goes down to 200, then gets the barrier and the surround sound from this Seraphine.
I didn't even quite realize that he just barely got over the wall as well. He knows the range. He's begging, asking for help for Kellin. Kellin does help. I want to watch Kellin's first-person view on this one as well. But man,
out of turret in a bit of trouble as he procs the Q. and Diable should be able to grab it. There it is.
I think we don't have a lot of game on our hands in this one.
Yeah, the game has drifted over to the other side as now VicLa is trying to get a little bit back here as Doran, another ulti comes on through. This time, VicLa out of range as he rebinds, but Oner is going to move on over. Let's see whether VicLa can at least kill the minion wave before he does go down.
BNK, I think it's Doran's birthday.
Yeah, I think so. That is going to be VicLa going down.
Doran's like, what are they doing? I'm getting confused.
I mean, still so incredibly powerful, BNK utilizing their 4,000 gold advantage in order to make sure that they pick that one up. Man, this is just a ridiculous gold advantage. And BNK's composition just in general looks great. Beautiful little tiara picked up here by Kellin as well. 2 items on the double kill Seraphine. There's a knock-up onto Doran. Flash Twisted Advance comes on through as the Nature is grasping one more time. Ulti comes down, but Doran is able to buy a little bit of space. Still, the Kitty Cat comes down, and VicLa is able to lock that one up. There was also an arrow in the air, and so the cannon gets where he's going to go as the teleport into the backline is going to come on through. BNK do manage to get here, but T1 have this Baron so incredibly low. Arrow going to connect. There is the Encore. That's the Baron secured, but can they keep themselves alive as the Nature's Grasp comes down, and Oner is going to be the first one to die. Clear has now found Doran, and Doran's just going to die? A solo kill for the Rise, who has felt like an afterthought this game. 2 dead in trade for the Baron. We've seen that not work out for the Baron up team, and especially when BNK have so much control over these lanes.
Yeah, and now there's no jungler to punish the push here for BNK. They're going to have to hope their Baron buff minions can defend here. This turret is not long for this world, as they don't have the wave anymore, so it will take a little bit longer, I suppose, as that top turret is also just going to go down to BNK as this Baron buff withers away. I think that was a good call from T1, and they had Doran on the flank to try to mitigate any sort of team fight.
Raptor looking to engage Cone his way in as Keria in a bit of trouble. Has to flash to get himself out of the way. Faker slowed down by the volley as Diable's in the front line. Does get hit by that crit, but it is going to be Raptor now that's in a little bit of trouble. Look at that health bar, though. It's gigantic, and in goes VicLa, finding the ulti angle, and they just eviscerate Keria and get themselves out.
And Clear isn't even here. He is going to show up here on the flank now, but they're essentially doing this fight without him, and now Oner thinks he can get his buff.
And maybe Dagon was right this whole time. Maybe Raptor is just the greatest jungler ever. As VicLa is down very, very low. There's a slicing Maelstrom, but there's no follow-up onto Doran. And now the curtains are being called. Faker in a bit of trouble as Clear does have his Seraphs, and so the shield is going to help him.
And so we don't misquote Dagon. Dagon said he was top 3. And if he wins this series, you know, he will be.
I was being a little facetious, you know, as now Faker is going to look for Diable. He has the barrier, and down he goes to the egg. Peyz is dead as well as the Q snipes him down. And there goes the Onivia. Keria cannot do anything. He's dead. It's a double for Diable. And BNK, I think, are just going to march down this bottom lane and look to put an end to game number 3.
This was a very, very creative draft that I wasn't sure if we could trust, because it's just kind of unexplored territory, but they made it look absolutely broken. The coordination was great.
And with the Red Bull Baron power play, it looks like T1 is sponsoring Red Bull after all of that money, as finally Raptor does go down. This inhibitor turret is going to go as well. A 5,000 negative Red Bull Baron power play. That is a large one, as now VicLa could be getting flanked. Keria looking to make his way in, but Doran, I don't think he's going to be able to get the follow-up. As let's just see. Yeah, he's just going to take a merry jaunt to get himself out. The ulti is going to be used. It's like, and of course, BNK, they can give away as many dragons as they would like, because of course they've taken the first 3 all for themselves. VicLa looking for a few Qs, does miss most of them. Good footwork there from Faker.
Faker's like, oh, thank God it's over. And then, well, I thought we were going to see the arrow over the wall.
How many teams have come back from a 14,000 gold lead this season in the LCK Cup?
Just one team, actually.
Which team was that?
It was T1.
Aha!
Not to be confused with SK Telecom, of course, the previous team.
That was the previous team.
It was under the T1 banner after the rebranding.
Got it. Okay, team. Good. And speaking of gold lead, Oner actually does have one as well, which is kind of crazy. Arrow going to catch Keria in the middle of his grand exit, and Diable just walks him down. Is it going to be enough, though, as they look for the curtain call, and Diable just stands behind the tanky boys. The Wukong unable to do anything, and BNK just wipe out 2 already. Now Faker, Peyz, and Doran, can they hold on to the base? That is the question. Slicing Maelstrom is there, and it's going to need to be massive. Clear takes matters into his own hands. There's the ulti from VicLa, and they just take down the cannon before Doran can do anything at all. and Clear is just tanking up. Nexus turrets doesn't seem to care too much at all as Diable is peppering these ones down. Faker is discovered. The flash twisted advance there from Raptor is good as Keria has respawned already, gets a nice double knock-up, but where is the damage? It is just absent here on T1. BNK's lead, too large, and they will take down both Nexus turrets and the Nexus and look for match point. One more win from this team as Diable goes complete beast mode in the enemy fountain. The Nexus is destroyed, and it's match point for BNK.